What's up, everyone? It's the OOTP GM. This is the 39th episode of my Detroit Tigers GM Let's Play on Out of the Park Baseball 18. So we're here at the 2024 ALCS. The ALDS episode, unfortunately, will not be uploaded, which is extremely disappointing because it was a really great series with the Los Angeles Angels. Unfortunately, my computer kind of glitched out on me and the video file got corrupted, so fortunately nobody will ever be able to see it, but I want to give you guys a quick overview of what happened. So we took a 2-0 series lead quickly against the Angels. The scores really aren't all that. They look closer than they actually were. But then the Angels came back and won 2 straight against us in Los Angeles, 2 really close games, a 5-4 and 2-1 victory. And then it took us, I think it was extra innings in Game 5 for us to finally beat the Angels. So a really thrilling 5-game division series, which is the first time we've had one of those pretty much in the entirety of doing this series. Most of our division series matchups have just been blowouts for us. So this was actually really, I'm really disappointed you guys won't be able to see it, but it was a fun series. It was a fun series to be able to play. So. But then the results of the other series, you can see New York Yankees beat the Houston Astros in kind of an upset here. Beat the Astros in 4. The Dodgers swept the New York Yankees, and we will not have our rubber match with the Phillies this year. They took a 2-0 lead against the Cubs, and the Cubs won 3 straight to knock them out. So it'll be the Dodgers and Cubs in the NLCS, and the Cubs are up 1-0, and then us versus the Yankees. So definitely. Like I said, a little disappointing you guys won't be able to see the ALDS, but still, excited for this ALCS here against the Yankees, a familiar opponent. We faced them quite a few times. But anyways, a quick preview here of the series. The Yankees were actually the team that scored the most runs in the AL this year, but their pitching staff wasn't all that good. They were 9th in the AL in runs against. We were 4-3 against them this year. We had various levels of success, both hitters and pitchers. You can see some of the statistics here. Their hitters are also kind of the same thing. They had some guys that just crushed the ball against us, and some of their pitchers that were really good, and some of their pitchers that were not so good. And if we head into their team screen, we'll be able to see some of the... So they are also really, really bothered by injuries. They ended up signing Lourdes Gurriel in the offseason, and he is injured for them. He had a really great year for them in limited action. He kind of missed a bunch of time, but they're missing him. They're missing some starting pitchers. Madison Bumgarner is out. His ratings are way down, but he's still a reliable starter. Jose Mesa Jr., another pitcher. Jordan Spicer is out. And then Dustin Fowler is also out. He could be back if they make it to the World Series. He could be back for that, but we won't have to deal with them in this series. But they still are pretty much the same team we've seen in the past. They still have all of their top players. They've got Torres, and they got Florial, and they've got Scoug, and they got Olsen, and they've got a bunch of guys up and down the board. They are missing a few top players, but they still have really good players. They still have Ramos, their ace, Davinsky. They must have gotten him recently. They must have signed him recently, I'm assuming, because he's only got a handful of starts in with them this year. Or he might have been injured as well. That's also a distinct possibility. And then they've got this Chance Adams and this Josh Roeder. So, and then they still have Lindgren in their bullpen along with a few other guys. So they're still a formidable team. They have a few pieces that have moved, but they are still a formidable team for us. And obviously we are missing Burrows and Ronnie. Those are our two big pieces that we're missing. So, but with that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get into the ALCS here. And I want to remember to mute my volume. There we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the ALCS. We will be hosting the first 2 games of the series, and we will go to New York. So we have Faedo versus Ramos in game number 1 because Fulmer pitched game 5 for us in the ALDS, so we will not have him to start at this point. So, all right, but with that, Faedo versus Ramos here in game 1 from Detroit. We'll see if we can make it back to our 4th consecutive World Series. Try to win 3 and 4, but we got to get through the Yankees first, so... All right, so the Yankees had a 1-0 lead, but we scored 3 in the bottom of the second to take a 3-1. It's now 4-2 through 3. Okay, 4-2 through 4 still. Faedo's at 60 pitches. He's got a man on first and second here with 1 out. Let's see if he can get us through this. And it looks like, grounder through the left side, and that will score a run. So it is now going to be 4-3 here with only 1 out still. Men still on first and second. See if Faedo can get himself out of this little jam. And it looks like a deep fly ball into center, and Faedo off the wall. That's going to score only 1 run. A quick throw in back by Trout is going to hold the man at third. So now we have a tie game here as Faedo is starting to kind of fall apart here a little bit, but he does strike out the next guy. So now Olson's up with 2 outs, 3-2 count on him, and he strikes out Olson. So he does allow 2 runs there, so we're going to have to keep an eye on Faedo. I'm actually going to get somebody warming up now for Faedo, and we're going to get LeKind warming up, I think. See what happens there. All right, so it's still 4-4 through 5. Faedo, let's see what he does here. And you got a man on second with 1 out. He's at 95 pitches. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get LeKind into the game. So 5 1/3, 4 runs for Faedo here in game number 1. Kind of hoping for a better start from him, but that was not the case. All right, deep fly ball to left. LeKind manages to get a fly ball, but the runner will tag up to third, so we will have a runner on third with 2 outs. Solak at bat, and he hits a pop in the infield, and that will be the out there. All right, so remains a 4-4 game through 5.5. We get nothing in the bottom of the 6th. LeKind still pitching, and he gives us a clean top of the 7th. And we scored 1 in the bottom of the 7th, so now it's 5-4. LeKind's at only 11 pitches, but I'm actually gonna get Steckenrider warming up in this situation because he might. Actually, he's tired. I forgot about that. We needed him in the last game, so it might be Minter actually getting the save for us in this game. So we're gonna get Minter warming up here. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Totally on me. I meant to hit until runners in scoring position. Well, they get 3 in the top of the 8th, so we're going to have to come from behind now. That's what you get for not paying attention. And now it's 7-5. LeKind's at 31 pitches. We are going to get him out. We're going to bring Minter in. And, okay, so 7-5. And we got men on first and second with only 1 out, so we might be able to, and a walk. All right, so now the bases are loaded for Max Schock, who is not going to hit in this game for us. He does have a hit. He has been okay in the playoffs, but he's been terrible with us since he came over. So we're going to get Santana in for him. All right. Let's see if he can deliver for us. 0-2 count. And, a little grounder. Is it going to be a double play? And it is. I take full responsibility for that loss. I hit the wrong button, and that is what happens when you don't pay attention, and we end up losing game 1 because of it. So that loss is totally on me. I take full responsibility for that. That was all on me. I did not mean to hit half inning. You got to pay attention when you're doing these things. So, but all right, we move on to game number 2 here. It'll be Buehler versus Davinsky in game number 2. So we got to see if we can come back from nothing my team did from my blunder because I was terrible in there. So, all right, game number 2 from Detroit. All right, Yankees get 1. We get 2 back, so it's 2-1 through 1. Yankees tack on another one, so no shutout innings so far. Oh, there we go. So now it's 3-3 through 3. Yankees get 2 more in the 4th, so Buehler is not having a good day for us. So it's 5-4. Buehler is at 77 pitches, and he manages to get through inning number 5, and he's at 86 pitches. So I want to try to lengthen him out if I can. And we take the lead now, so it's 6-5 through 5. All right, so another clean inning from Buehler. That'll probably be the last inning from him. He's at 93 pitches. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to get Kayla warming up. All right. We get 2 more in the 6th, so it's 8-5 through 6. I'm not going to take any chances. We're going to get Kayla into the game now. All right. He allows 1 run in the top of the 7th, but still 8-6. 8-6 through 7. He's at 14 pitches. Make sure I hit the right button this time. Okay, so he does get through top of the 8th. We're going to get Steckenrider warming up. And we will also get We'll get Paco Rodriguez warming up as well, just in case we score a bunch of runs here in the 8th and we don't need Steckenrider, which we do. So now it's 10-6. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to sit Steckenrider down. We're going to get Rodriguez into the game for Kayla. Runners in scoring position. All right, so you got man on second, 2 outs. Let's see if he can get an out, and it looks like it will be a grounder to the second baseman. And the Tigers take game number 2, 10-6. So it's a 1-1 series now. Should be 2-0, but I blew game 1. And I'm just going to keep reminding myself and you of that probably for the rest of this series. All right, so we move on to game number 3 quickly here. You can see the Dodgers have a 2-1 lead over the Cubs now. And we will be game 3 from New York in a 1-1 series. Fulmer gets the start here in game number 3 against Josh Roeder. So this should be an advantage for us. I actually am going to make I was going to make a lineup adjustment because some guys are kind of struggling here in the playoffs, but I'm going to kind of leave it alone for right now because I don't want to make big sweeping broad changes, especially in a game where, again, Fulmer has a history of being terrible in the playoffs for us, but we're going to hope that he does well here because we need him to be. So let's see what happens here. All right, so pretty much a surprising pitcher's duel through 3. We finally got to their pitcher. So 4 in the top of the 4th for us. Fulmer is pitching masterfully right now. A 1-hitter through 5. All right, he's at 59 pitches. Another masterful inning. So Fulmer has given us exactly what we're paying him for and exactly what we need out of him. An important start here. All right, so he's got men on second and third now with only 1 out. He's at 83 pitches. Let's see if he can get himself out of this jam. He strikes out Jake Berger to get it to 2 outs now. That's his 7th strikeout. And he strikes out Matt Olson to get out of the 7th. So 8 strikeouts now for Fulmer. He's only allowed 3 hits, it looks like. So another really great performance from him. So we have a 5-0 lead. Fulmer at 92 pitches rather. And he gets through a clean bottom of the 8th. So he is pitching a shutout right now. He's at 109 pitches. So we're going to get, I'm going to get Mark Ecker warming up. And we're going to see if Fulmer can get I'm going to try to let him pitch the shutout if he can because he's okay. Let's see what he does here. Okay, so he allows a run with no outs. Now that the shutout is gone, we're going to bring Ecker into the game. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so Ecker finishes off the 9th. So a 5-1 victory for us in game number 3. Fulmer with a masterful performance, 8 innings, 5 hits, only 1 earned run, and 8 strikeouts. And actually, Luis Severino was the pitcher that we got to. Roeder must have gotten taken out with he got injured. So that ultimately was what led to that. So. All right, so we take a 2-1 series lead over New York with a 5-1 victory in game number 3. And we will move on here to game number 4 in New York. It is 3-1 Los Angeles, so it looks like we could be heading for a World Series matchup with the Dodgers if we can manage to get through this. So, all right, so Chance Adams versus Willian Soto in game number 4. And I'm gonna make a lineup adjustment here. I'm gonna move Max Pentecost up in the lineup. I'm gonna move him up to spot number 7. I'm gonna move Kendall down to 9. And Shock, who has been starting for us, I think in certain situations, he's actually hitting 474 in the playoffs, which is just absurd. So we're gonna leave him in. I'm gonna have him hit 8th though, kind of as a strategy thing. But all right, so Soto will start game number 4 for us here against Chance Adams. And let's see what we can get done here. All right, so the Yankees get 1 in the bottom of the 1st. We get 7, though, in the top of the 3rd. Wow, what happened there? How did we score all those runs? All right, so a double, single, runner from 3rd tries for home, safe, single, safe. Ronaldo Rivera hit a grand slam. That's how you score a bunch of runs. All right, so now 8-1 through 4, 9-1. Soto's at 58 pitches. Basically, he allows a run there. Let's see if he can get through. He allows 2 runs. Okay. Allows 3 runs. He just This is just a lot. Oh, this is getting ugly fast. All right, one more time. Let's see if we can do through this. Finally. All right, but I think that might be it for him, depending on what happens with us here. Okay, so it's 9-4. He's at 77 pitches. All right, man on first and second. He's at 86 pitches now with 0-2 count. All right, he strikes out J.D. Martinez, our old buddy J.D. Martinez. And now it's Florial, 3-1 count. Florial hits a liner into the gap, so that's going to definitely score 2 runs and start to make things interesting. So it's now 9-6, and we definitely got to get somebody warming up. And I played this terribly yet again. So hopefully we don't lose this because of my stubbornness. All right, so grounded the first baseman. So 6 runs now for the Yankees total. We're not going to play any games, though. We're going to get LeKine into the game and just be done with it. All right, so still 9-6 through 6.5. All right, 9-6 through 7. LeKine's at 15 pitches. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to get Steckenrider warming up. I'm going to see if LeKine can get us through this inning. And he does. Wonderful. So Steckenrider will get into the game. He's going to pitch regardless of how many runs we score. So we scored 2 runs, so it's not technically a safe situation, but we're still going to let Steckenrider get us the win here. So, because it's an important game, it gets the 3-1 lead now in the series. It's 11-6 victory. Not the best start from Soto. I probably should have gotten him out sooner, but I was being stubborn. So, all right, so we will head into game number 5 here. And it is a 4-1 victory for the Dodgers. So the Dodgers await the winner of our series for the World Series. And Faedo will go against Ramos here in game number 5 from New York. All right. I'm going to make the same lineup change that I did in the previous game. We're going to move Pentecost up 1. Let's see. Ramos is a righty, so Shock is a lefty. So we're going to leave Shock in for now. Kendall is going to... I'm actually going to have Kendall hit 9th in this game and see what that does. And then I'm going to move Rivera up 1 spot. And we're going to see what happens here. So, alright. So, game number 5, Faedo versus Ramos. Let's see if we can close this series out and move on to our 4th consecutive World Series here. And let's see what happens. Alright, so 1-0 through 2. Now we get 3. So it is 4-0 through 3. Faedo's only at 32 pitches. It is 4-0 through 5. Faedo's at 71 pitches. Alright, he allows a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Let's see if he can get this last out. 0-2 count. Grounder to the second baseman. Okay. So it's 4-1 through 6. Faedo is at 85 pitches. Did I read that correctly? Okay, so he's at 85 pitches, so I have to keep an eye on him next inning. Alright, we'll do runners in scoring position again. He gets through that inning, but that's going to be it for him. He's at 100 pitches. So we're going to go to our 1-2 punch here. We're going to get Minter warming up. He's going to come in next inning. Alright, so still 4-1 through 7.5. And we will get Minter into the game. Faedo gives us a great start. 7 innings, only 1 earned run. Minter allows 1 run, but still 4-2. We're going to get Steckenrider warming up. Oh, Blaine Enlow went into the game, so Minter must have gotten hurt. Did Minter get hurt? Oh, back tightness. Okay, so it's only 1 day. He'll be fine. Alright, so we get 2 in the top of the 6th, or top of the 9th, so it's now 6-2. I know what, let's see what Enlow can do here. He allows a run, so he's done. We're going to get Steckenrider into the game to close this out now. See if he can finish this out for us. And he does. So the Tigers win their 4th consecutive American League pennant. They will move on to their 4th consecutive World Series, where we would try to win our 3rd in 4 years, as we defeat the Yankees 6-3 to win the ALCS 4-1. See, they went through just about their entire pitching staff in that game. So we will face the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series, and this pretty much comes full circle for us because, as you will see, The Tigers, we have not actually played the Dodgers in the World Series. We beat the Mets and then the Phillies, and then we beat the Mets and Phillies, and the Phillies beat us last year. We will not have a rubber match with the Phillies, but the Dodgers were the dominant team prior to us going on our run. They won 3 in 4 years. So we're going to try to equal the Dodgers' accomplishment and have 3 in 4 years as well. And we actually made it to 4 consecutive World Series. They did not do that. The Mets denied them the opportunity to do that. So, but all right, guys. With that, it'll be the matchup of the two monstrous teams this year, the 200-win squads, the Dodgers and the Tigers. They seem destined for a head-to-head matchup all season long. But with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Comments and feedback are always welcome, and I will see you guys for the next episode, which will be the series finale, the 2024 World Series, Tigers versus Dodgers.